and welcome back to my channel. It is me, Suji Dhar. Today I'm again doing story time. Today I'm again doing fairy tales. So today's story I'm going to be reading is Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. So let's just start because it's a quite long story. So I have to hurry up with. Where did the page went? If you know, in my last video I did the Rapunzel story. It was a really good story, right? Yep. So let's just start with the story. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Long ago, a beautiful baby girl called Snow White was born to a queen. A few months after her birth, the queen died, and the king married again. The new queen, Snow White's stepmother, was beautiful, but she was also proud and wicked. She wanted to be the most beautiful woman in the world. The queen had a magic mirror that always spoke the truth. Every day she would admire herself in the mirror and ask, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of all?" The mirror would say, "You, O queen, are you the fairest of all?" As Snow White grew up, she became prettier and prettier. One day, her stepmother asked the same question to her magic mirror. However, this time the mirror said, "O queen, you're fair, but Snow White is fairer than you." The queen was upset, filled with jealousy. She planned to get Snow White killed. She entrusted the evil job to one of her servants and further told him, "Bring back her heart to me. That way I'll know you've done your job." The servant was stricken, for he loved Snow White, as everyone in the kingdom did, but he had to obey the queen's orders. When he led Snow White deep inside the forest and took out his dagger, she pleaded with him to spare her life. She promised never to come anywhere near the palace too. The servant was filled with pity and left her alone. One day, way back, he killed a deer and took its heart to the queen. She was thrilled, terrified, and alone in the woods. In the forest. Snow White cried bitterly. She ate berries and nuts to satisfy her hunger. Hunted. She almost gave up when she saw a cute little chimney. She knocked at the door, but no one answered it. So she pushed it open. What she saw inside fascinated her. A table was laid out for 7, and there were 7 of everything: plates, spoons, bowls, knives, and forks. Snow White took a little food from each of the 7 plates and ate to her heart's content. Snow White then went upstairs and found 7 neat beds. She lay down one on on one of them. She fell into a deep sleep. And the events of the day had been very disturbing. The cottage was home to 7 dwarfs who worked in a mine during the day, digging diamonds. They were in for a big surprise when they returned home that evening. Some of their food had been eaten. One of dwarfs screamed in delight. Look at this pretty girl in my bed. Back in the palace, the queen was ecstatic, ecstatic, ecsta- ecstatic when she saw the deer's heart and thought it was Snow White's. She confidently asked the mirror her usual question and was filled with rage when it said that Snow White was still fairer than her. Realizing that she had been deceived, that she had been deceived her servant, she decided to hunt and kill Snow White herself. She disguised herself as a peddler woman and set out into the forest. Soon she came to the dwarf's cottage and stopped Snow White, waving them goodbye. The disgusted queen tapped on the cottage door. Said, "Beautiful lassie, but buttons and ribbons for sale." When Snow White opened the door, the queen helped her to tie the lassie on her dress, saying, "See how beautiful it looks." And she fastened to it so tightly that poor Snow White could not breathe and fell down unconscious. See us. The dwarfs returned home and were shocked. They snipped the Alice off Snow White's dress, and she woke up immediately. After they heard about the peddler woman, they said, "Never open the door to strangers when you're alone." That evening, when the mirror again told the queen that Snow White was fairer than her, she realized that her plan had failed. So this time, she carried a basket of juicy apples in which she kept one poisoned fruit. Disgusted as a present woman, she reached the door. She reached the dwarf's cottage. Snow White heard her and said, "I don't need any apples." She refused to open the door. The queen then said, "I'll give you an apple as a reward for being a good girl. Snow White opened the door very slightly to take the apple. The moment she bit into it, she fell down. The queen was thrilled when the mirror told her that evening that she was in need. The fairest, the worried dwarfs came home to find Snow White lying lifeless. Much as they tried, they could not revive her, weeping inconsolable. They laid her in a glass-topped coffin as they wanted people to admire her beauty. They placed the coffin on the grassy hill and took turns to guard her. A few days later, a prince was passing by and unexpectedly he fell in love with Snowman. I said Snowman, it's actually Snow White's beauty. He wanted to take the coffin to his palace. The dwarves did not agree, but they allowed him to kiss her. Just as the prince kissed her, Snow White moved her head, and out fell the prince. Piece. It's actually piece. It's not prince or prince. Piece. What was I? Piece of apple from her mouth. She stared back to life slowly and unsteadily. Fell in love with the handsome prince. Back in the palace, the queen was stunned to hear that Snow White was fairer than her. Meanwhile, the king knew about her evil attempts to kill Snow White. She banished her from the kingdom, and no one ever saw of or heard of her and her mirror. The dwarfs reluctantly bade Snow White goodbye. The prince took her to his castle, where they got married and lived happily ever after. The end. So that was the end of the story. I hope you liked this video. If you did, make sure you give a like, subscribe to my channel, and bye everyone. I love you all. Mwah.